Hello everyone, today we're gonna play another 10-minute game and I hope I can teach you all something. So I start off with d4 and c4, taking center, developing the knight, kinda waiting what he's gonna play, just developing my pieces. He's playing the King's Indian attack, and this move I don't really know what he wants to do with it, so I just activate my bishop, playing kind of a London style, except with the pawn on c4 and c5 instead of c6. So he wants to go for this move. That's okay, I just protect my pawns, and if he goes for it, I just move my bishop back. So I can play my bishop to this square, because then he would do this and push it down. So let's play it to this square. Now we will probably play e4. Ooh, he plays c4. I think I want to push. Yes, I want to push because my queen's also protecting it, and my knight is probably gonna play e6, but he can't do that now because I win the pawn with a tempo. So I don't think he's going to do that, so he has to get rid of my bishop maybe. He doesn't attack the pawn. Let's play h6 to prevent this bishop from pinning me, and also, if knight h5, I save the bishop, which is putting pressure on the pawn. Now he can play e6 because the queen defends. So let's see, what is he gonna do? He just develops his bishop. Let's just castle, because he isn't attacking anything. And ooh, he jumps into the center. If I take, this pawn is hanging, but not really, because I can play rook b1. Yeah, I do lose a pawn, but I get a lot of tempo and an open file. So I do think I have to take, because if he takes it's even worse. So let's take. He can take back. And then now maybe putting my knight back, attacking the bishop, or moving it forward. If I move it forward, I cannot really go anywhere, and with this I always have the option of going to this square. So I like this move. And maybe queen e3. Yeah, so he takes. I can also, I have two winning moves now. I can play rook b1 and both bishops hang, but I can also take this one, then take this one, and I like that one, this one more, because now he's giving away his light squared bishop. So that means that I will have very nice control of the light squares in his position, setting up this checkmate pattern. So he has to play f6, then it's even weakened more. So I think this is logical. Of course we have to play en passant because it's forced. No, that's just a joke, just because otherwise our queen would be blocked. So now we can attack the rook, threatening checkmate. So maybe the rook moves to this square. Then I go in with the knight, attacking the rook. The rook has to move over, also to defend the pawn. And this is just, then I can maybe play bishop g5, rook to d8. I have all the pressure, and he's really only defending now. So I think we will win this game. Yeah, we're gonna win this. Because, ooh, he sacrifices the rook. Yeah, let's just take it. Wait, is there maybe a better move? No, I'm just taking the rook. Just grabbing even more material. He doesn't, I think he mouse slipped. That's really sad. I think he is going to resign now because, yeah, because of that. So, game review, let's look at the game. And it was a pretty fast game, and we have 93.6 accuracy. That's really nice, but not, yeah, as we see, the game is also not that many moves. So we just played principled, we developed. The computer wants to grab even more space, but I feel like if you grab all the space, they get really the position that they want because they know what to do. If you just play developing moves but not like the obvious moves like grabbing all the space, prioritizing development instead of central space, I think you can get a real nice position. And so we just developed, and he thinks this is a mistake. What would he have played? He would have played h6. We played that later, but maybe he just wants to keep the tension. But I didn't like takes. Didn't like this position because he has a lot of pressure. I feel like he's always this idea, but also just g3, developing the bishop, getting the rook to the c file, and putting massive pressure on my center. So that's why I pushed, because I also know that in the King's Indian whip-leg, like white likes to push the pawn to d5 and have some nice extra space. So here he played a mistake, he played the knight here, he should have played more active, attacking my pawn chain, so it's alright. And here I played the best move actually, h6, because I want to prevent the bishop from being trapped. So I want to create this space and also preventing the bishop from coming down to that square. So he developed his bishop to this square, and now I just castled, getting my king to safety. And the best move, putting the knight in the center. We took, best move, and ooh, the computer did like this move more. I don't know exactly why, but yeah, it doesn't really matter, because here he made the mistake of taking the bishop, the pawn, with his bishop hanging. So I wanted to tell you this move is also winning, as we see. Oh shit. Oh, I'm happy I took the bishop over here, because as I see now, rook b1 would just hang a rook. I completely missed that. But I could take the bishop. So that was a shock. And now, as I told you, these light squares around the king are really weak. He plays e5, trying to close the center, blocking my queen out, but the best move, taking en passant, so we can keep the queen involved in the attack. And the best move was to take the pawn, but I liked having the bishop over here, taking away squares, taking the rook, threatening checkmate. Yeah, I knew this move, knight attacks. It's an okay move, because the best move was actually this, also sacrificing the rook. So he played the queen to e2, and here we just took the rook, because we could have played maybe some bishop g6, just putting pressure. Next move rook d8, putting even more pressure. But I just kept it simple. I took the knight and he mouse slipped. So I took the queen. It's not even a blunder, that's crazy, because the position is already so bad for black over here. So it's just an inaccuracy. And we take the free queen, of course, and he resigns, because I can pre-move this move and a double checkmate. Let's look at the highlights again. 93.6, really nice. And he thought we were at 2350 elo, so that's really nice. And as we see, the middle game, we had a really high accuracy, 96.3, and in the opening 91.2, because we didn't play the obvious moves, but just developing moves. So thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something from this game. For example, not to give a rook up for the bishop, because sometimes it leaves a lot of holes for the king. Also to play sometimes a bit different in the opening, to not give him the position he wants. Yeah, and that's kind of it. I hope that you all stick around and watch maybe another video, maybe of another rating climb video, but maybe also just of a recap of my from Kokesh or Magnus or Hikaru